Australia wonder what it truly takes to live past 100. Genetics only play a small role. It's daily choices, especially what's on your plate, that determine how long and how well you live. Certain foods can fight disease, preserve memory, protect the heart, and even keep your joints moving pain-free. The first food that always stands out is wild-caught salmon. Seniors across the United States, especially in regions like Alaska and along the West Coast, often eat salmon multiple times per week, not just for taste but for health. This oily fish is loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA, that dramatically reduce inflammation, lower blood pressure, and prevent blood clots. Cardiologists in the United States say that these omega-3s also help regulate heart rhythm and reduce the risk of sudden cardiac death, which is still one of the leading causes of death in older adults. Many elderly Americans who have made it past 90 and still live independently report having fish as a regular part of their weekly meals. It supports not just cardiovascular health, but brain function as well. DHA in particular has been linked to reduced risk of Alzheimer's, memory loss, and age-related cognitive decline. In one Canadian study, seniors who consumed oily fish more than once per week had a 60% lower risk of developing dementia. That's not just a statistic, that's years of life and mental clarity regained. Another absolute must-have is leafy greens, especially kale, spinach, arugula, and Swiss chard. These aren't just trendy salad ingredients. They're some of the most nutrient-dense foods on Earth, rich in folate, vitamin K1, lutein, beta-carotene, and fiber. Leafy greens provide essential protection for the aging body. In the United States, many elderly people suffer from conditions like macular degeneration and osteoporosis, and leafy greens have nutrients that directly target these issues. Lutein and zeaxanthin protect the retina, while vitamin K1 supports calcium transport and bone mineralization. The Nurses' Health Study, one of the largest long-term studies in American history, showed that women who consumed leafy greens 5 or more times per week had 23% fewer hip fractures. And hip fractures, especially in the US, are often the beginning of a downward spiral for seniors. Many elderly patients in US hospitals experience complications after a fall, leading to loss of independence or even death. Then there's blueberries. These small berries pack a serious punch. They are native to North America and frequently consumed in Canada and the northern United States, where wild blueberries are abundant. Rich in anthocyanins, flavonoids, and vitamin C, blueberries have shown powerful anti-aging effects on the brain. A major study conducted by researchers in the United States found that older adults who consumed just 1 cup of blueberries per day for 12 weeks improved their cognitive performance in areas like memory and executive function. This matters because once seniors start losing their memory, everything else, decision-making, daily functioning, medication management, starts to break down. In another study funded by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, seniors who ate blueberries regularly showed less oxidative stress and slower cognitive aging. Plus, they help keep blood sugar levels stable, which is critical for the nearly 15 million Americans over 65 who are living with diabetes. The high levels of polyphenols in blueberries support insulin sensitivity and reduce the risk of complications like kidney damage, nerve pain, and vision loss. Extra virgin olive oil cannot be left off this list. It's the cornerstone of the Mediterranean diet, which has repeatedly been associated with longevity, especially among populations living in blue zones. But olive oil isn't a tea just for people in Italy or Greece. It is now a staple in many health-conscious homes across the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, and Australia. The key is to use it raw or lightly cooked to preserve its polyphenol content. Olive oil is rich in oleic acid, a monounsaturated fat that reduces inflammation and supports heart health. In American heart clinics, doctors recommend replacing butter and margarine with olive oil to lower LDL cholesterol and reduce arterial stiffness. In the Harvard Health Study, seniors who used olive oil as their primary fat source had a 48% lower risk of dying from heart disease. It's also been shown to support brain health, reduce oxidative stress, and protect against neurodegenerative disease. Think about the average American diet filled with heavily processed oils like soybean or corn oil, which promote inflammation. Now think of switching to olive oil daily and the difference that could make for an aging heart and brain. One of the most underrated but life-extending foods for seniors is fermented foods, especially yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, and miso. These are essential for gut health, and the gut is directly connected to everything from immunity to mood to inflammation. In the United States, antibiotic overuse and processed foods have destroyed the gut microbiome of millions. Seniors often have even weaker gut flora due to medications, reduced stomach acid, and poor diet. Fermented foods reintroduce beneficial bacteria like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium, which help digest food, produce short-chain fatty acids, reduce intestinal inflammation, and even regulate immune function. There's a reason people living in long-living populations like Okinawa, Japan, or Ikaria, Greece, both filled with centenarians, consume fermented foods daily. When seniors in Canada and the US start incorporating probiotic-rich foods, many report fewer digestive issues, less bloating, improved bowel movements, better mood, and even improved skin. Remember, a healthy gut equals a healthy immune system, and once the immune system collapses, it becomes much harder to fight off infections, cancer cells, and inflammation that accelerate aging. Nuts, especially walnuts, almonds, and pistachios, deserve a place in the daily diet of anyone hoping to reach 100. American nutritionists and geriatric dietitians agree that nuts provide heart-healthy fats, plant protein, vitamin E, magnesium, and antioxidants that support every cell in the aging body. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine showed that people who ate a handful of nuts 7 times per week were 20% less likely to die over a 30-year period. That's a staggering number. In the US, many seniors fear heart attacks and strokes, yet they snack on chips and crackers daily. Switching to nuts not only supports cardiovascular function, but also reduces inflammation, balances blood sugar, and even helps with weight control. Walnuts, in particular, are rich in ALA, a plant-based omega-3 that supports brain and heart health. Another critical food is beans. Whether it's black beans, lentils, chickpeas, or kidney beans, legumes provide plant-based protein, fiber, iron, potassium, and phytonutrients. In countries like the United States, where seniors often rely on meat-heavy diets, beans offer a clean anti-inflammatory alternative that supports colon health, heart function, and blood sugar balance. Beans are low on the glycemic index, meaning they release sugar slowly into the bloodstream, preventing spikes and crashes. This is key for seniors trying to manage or prevent type 2 diabetes. In American nursing homes, constipation is one of the most common complaints, and beans, with their high fiber content, can solve that naturally. In one large U.S. study, people who ate legumes at least 4 times per week had a 22% lower risk of coronary heart disease. Seniors who consumed more beans also had significantly lower blood pressure and inflammation markers. And let's not forget the psychological benefit. Many seniors feel full and satisfied after a bean-rich meal, which reduces the need for unhealthy snacking. Next is sweet potatoes, particularly the purple and orange varieties. In Okinawa, Japan, home to some of the world's longest-living people, purple sweet potatoes are a dietary staple. But in the United States, especially in the South, sweet potatoes have also been part of traditional meals, although often drenched in sugar and marshmallows. That needs to change. When eaten whole and simply prepared, sweet potatoes offer complex carbohydrates, beta-carotene, potassium, and fiber, all of which support senior health. Beta-carotene converts to vitamin A, which supports eye health, immune strength, and skin regeneration. The slow-burning carbs in sweet potatoes provide steady energy without blood sugar crashes. Seniors in the US and Canada who have switched from refined grains to whole sweet potatoes report more stable blood sugar levels, less fatigue, and better digestion. Purple sweet potatoes, in particular, contain anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that protect against cancer, support brain health, and reduce inflammation in the arteries. For elderly individuals, especially those dealing with joint pain or cognitive fog, this one small food swap can make a massive difference in their daily quality of life. Avocados are another food that aging bodies respond to incredibly well. Loaded with heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, potassium, folate, and fiber, avocados are a nutritional powerhouse. In the United States, where high blood pressure and metabolic syndrome are rampant among seniors, Avocado consumption has been linked to lower BMI, smaller waist circumference, and better lipid profiles. Potassium is a key mineral that helps lower blood pressure, yet most Americans get far too little. Avocados provide more potassium per serving than bananas, and because they're so nutrient-dense and satisfying, many seniors who struggle with appetite or nutrient deficiencies find avocados an easy way to nourish the body. Plus, the healthy fats in avocado help absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K from other foods. Canadian dietitians recommend pairing avocado with salads or roasted vegetables to enhance nutrient absorption. Some elderly people even say that after adding avocados daily, they notice softer skin, less joint stiffness, and fewer sugar cravings. This is not surprising, considering that healthy fats support hormone production, cell repair, and anti-inflammatory pathways. Another food that stands out in the diets of seniors living beyond 100 is cruciferous vegetables, especially broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage. These vegetables are rich in sulforaphane, indole-3-carbinol, and glucosinolates, powerful compounds that support detoxification, reduce cancer risk, and lower chronic inflammation. In the United States, colon cancer remains one of the most deadly cancers for adults over 60. But studies from American cancer institutes show that regular consumption of cruciferous vegetables can slash that risk by up to 40%. These vegetables activate phase 2 detox enzymes in the liver, helping the body clear out carcinogens and harmful metabolites. In Canada and the United Kingdom, doctors are increasingly recommending cruciferous vegetables for patients at high risk of cancer, especially those with a family history. Seniors who eat broccoli several times per week have reported less bloating, better digestion, and even weight loss due to improved insulin sensitivity. And because these vegetables are also high in vitamin C, vitamin K, and folate, they support bone health, immunity, and DNA repair, key factors in long-term survival past 90 or even 100. For elderly Americans struggling with sluggish digestion or chronic illness, this group of vegetables should be a non-negotiable part of the daily diet. Garlic is one of the most medicinal foods on the planet, and its role in longevity is often overlooked. In the United States, garlic has been used in natural medicine to fight colds, high blood pressure, and even cancer. Allicin, the sulfur compound released when garlic is chopped or crushed, has antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral, and anti-inflammatory properties. For seniors, this means garlic can help reduce infections, lower cholesterol, and protect the arteries from plaque buildup. American cardiologists have praised garlic for its blood-thinning effects, which reduce the risk of stroke and improve circulation, critical concerns for aging adults. In one clinical trial, aged garlic extract taken daily lowered arterial stiffness by over 20% in patients over 60. Seniors in Australia and Canada also report using garlic as a natural remedy for boosting immunity during flu season. But the most incredible benefit is its role in reducing all-cause mortality. One long-term observational study in China followed seniors who consumed raw garlic at least twice per week and found that they lived significantly longer with fewer heart and respiratory problems. This ancient food continues to earn its place in modern American kitchens, especially among older adults seeking a natural edge in the battle against aging. Whole grains, especially oats, barley, quinoa, and farro, are another foundational food group that supports longevity in seniors. Unlike processed grains that dominate the standard American diet, whole grains retain their bran and germ, providing fiber, B vitamins, magnesium, and plant-based compounds that fight inflammation. In the United States, older adults who rely heavily on white bread, white rice, and sugary cereals have much higher rates of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. But whole grains can reverse this trajectory. Oats, in particular, contain beta-glucan, a soluble fiber that binds to cholesterol in the digestive tract and helps eliminate it. This results in lower LDL cholesterol and reduced risk of heart attacks, which are still the #1 killer of seniors in the U.S. Barley and quinoa support stable blood sugar and reduce insulin resistance, critical for seniors living with prediabetes or full-blown type 2 diabetes. And because whole grains are also high in resistant starch, they feed the beneficial bacteria in the colon, improving digestion and lowering inflammation. Many Canadian dietitians now recommend swapping out refined carbs for whole grains to support weight loss and cognitive health in elderly patients. The shift in energy, mood, and vitality that seniors experience when they replace processed grains with whole ones can be profound. Dark chocolate, when consumed in its purest form, at least 70% cacao, offers one of the most delicious ways to support long-term health. Rich in flavonoids, particularly epicatechin, dark chocolate has been shown to improve blood flow, reduce blood pressure, and enhance brain function. In the United States, many older adults who once feared chocolate are now realizing the difference between candy bars and true cacao-rich dark chocolate. In studies conducted by American universities, seniors who consumed dark chocolate daily had better memory recall, improved reaction times, and stronger attention spans. This is likely due to increased nitric oxide production, which dilates blood vessels and improves circulation to the brain. Seniors in the United Kingdom and Australia have also reported mood elevation and reduced anxiety after adding moderate amounts of dark chocolate into their diets. It acts on the brain's dopamine and serotonin pathways, promoting feelings of pleasure and reducing stress, something especially important for elderly individuals living alone or coping with depression. It also contains magnesium, which supports muscle function, sleep, and heart rhythm. While it should be eaten in moderation, high-quality dark chocolate can be a therapeutic food for aging adults who want both pleasure and performance in their diet. Green tea, especially matcha and sencha varieties, is one of the most widely studied longevity beverages. In Okinawa, Japan, where many live well past 100, green tea is a daily ritual. But in recent years, green tea has gained popularity in Canada, the United States, and the United Kingdom as a health-promoting beverage. It contains catechins, EGCG, and L-theanine, compounds that reduce oxidative stress, support weight management, enhance focus, and even fight cancer. One American study found that seniors who drank at least 2 cups of green tea daily had a 22% lower risk of dying from any cause over a 10-year period. L-theanine, in particular, works synergistically with caffeine to provide calm alertness, which is crucial for seniors trying to stay mentally sharp without feeling jittery. Green tea also supports liver detoxification, improves cholesterol levels, and enhances immune activity. In elderly Americans with arthritis, green tea has been shown to reduce joint pain and stiffness due to its anti-inflammatory properties. And matcha, a powdered form of green tea, offers even greater antioxidant potency, helping to neutralize free radicals that accelerate aging. Seniors who incorporate green tea into their daily routines often report improved energy, sharper memory, and better digestion, especially when consumed between meals without sugar. Pumpkin seeds, also called pepitas, are a nutrient-dense snack often overlooked in Western diets. But they are rich in zinc, magnesium, iron, protein, and healthy fats, all nutrients that seniors in the United States often lack. Zinc supports immune function and wound healing. Magnesium is essential for bone and heart health, and iron prevents fatigue and supports oxygen transport. American seniors often suffer from mineral deficiencies due to reduced stomach acid, poor appetite, and medications that deplete nutrients. Adding a tablespoon or 2 of pumpkin seeds daily can improve energy, reduce muscle cramps, and even enhance sleep due to the natural tryptophan they contain. Canadian researchers have also highlighted the prostate protective benefits of pumpkin seeds, making them especially valuable for aging men. Their high antioxidant content also supports eye health and protects against oxidative stress, which drives many age-related diseases. In a world where many elderly people snack on nutrient-empty crackers or cookies, switching to pumpkin seeds is a simple change that can deliver powerful health benefits. Seniors who do make the switch often report better digestion, fewer nighttime awakenings, and improved immune resilience during cold and flu season. Seaweed, particularly nori, wakame, and dulse, is a staple in many long-living cultures, but still underutilized in countries like the United States and Canada. Seaweed provides iodine, a mineral essential for thyroid function, as well as magnesium, calcium, and unique polysaccharides that support immune and metabolic health. In the U.S., hypothyroidism is common among seniors, especially women, leading to fatigue, weight gain, and cognitive fog. But iodine from seaweed helps the thyroid produce essential hormones that regulate metabolism and energy. In Australia, seaweed supplements are gaining popularity among elderly patients who need natural thyroid support.